So in the beginning of the movie, we see baby Sonic, and he's running around Green Hill Zone, from the video games. And he's hella fast, and then he runs, and he sees his parent, and his parent's just like, "Yo, stop running around. That's dangerous." But Sonic's just like, "Psh, you don't know nothing. You old." And after that, a whole bunch of Knuckles show up, and they beat the crap out of Sonic's guardian parent. I don't know what the hell he is. And but before that, the guardian parent thingo throws a ring and then gives Sonic a bunch of rings, and then throws Sonic through a portal and tells him to hide. So after that, Sonic just basically chills in a town in Montana called Green Hills because, video games. And basically he is stalking the people of the town because, I don't know. And he's hella lonely. He has no friends because, he's blue and he looks weird and he's a hedgehog. And that's hella weird. And then he starts, playing with himself. Not in a sexual way. He starts playing tennis or ping pong and then reading comics. But, he's hella bored. So then he plays baseball with himself. But accidentally knocks out the whole power of the United States. And, that's bad. And then he's like, "Oh crap, what's happening?" So then the US calls in Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman if you prefer, played by Jim Carrey, the GOAT. And they're just like, "Hey, yo, bro, can you help us out? We don't know what this is." And he's just like, "I got you, fam." And then he has this whole scene with the army, and it's just hella long. So then Sonic gets chased by the military and stuff. They find his ass. And then after that, he's running around, and he goes to Tom's house. Tom is this one sheriff dude that lives in Green Hills, Montana. And Sonic used to spy on him all the time, so he knows that he's a good dude, I guess. And, there's the weird scene with Sonic getting shot, in the leg. And then them screaming together and stuff like that. And then Sonic is just like, "Yo, bro, help me out." And Tom's just like, "I got you, fam." But then Dr. Eggman just shows up at his doorstep. And he's like, "Hey, yo, you got any hedgehogs up in here?" And then there's this weird ass joke about breastfeeding. It was hella weird and bizarre, and I don't like it. It was a weird ass joke. But Robotnik sort of forces his way into the house, and he eventually does find Sonic, and then Tom punches Dr. Robotnik in the face, and then they escape with Robotnik chasing after him. But Sonic can't run or something like that because he got shot in the foot, or I don't know, it was weird. But he gets chased, and they eventually do outrun him, or basically blow up all of his things, is what I'm saying. And then it turns into a buddy cop road trip movie because Sonic and Tom just sort of "Hey, yo, let's go to San Francisco," because Tom's fiance or girlfriend is living there. So they're just like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." And then they sort of start to become friends-ish, I guess. And but Robotnik's just like, "Hell nah." And he finds Sonic's blue quill or hair or whatever it is, and he decides to make superpowered machinery out of it because he's hella smart. So during the fight with Eggman, Sonic accidentally drops his bag of rings into San Francisco on top of this building. So that's also a reason why they're going to San Francisco. And they do eventually make it after fighting Eggman another time or something like that. And they go up on the building, right, with Tom's girlfriend, because Sonic is got knocked out, and his wife or girlfriend is a veterinarian, so she kind of helps him. It's weird. Anyway, so they make it up to the building, right, and then Eggman shows up again, and Sonic is just like, there's a whole bunch of robots. So he basically yeets Tom and his girlfriend off the building. He literally throws them off. He does save them. He throws a ring as a teleporter, right? Which sort of saves them and throws them back into Montana. It was weird. But it was honestly hilarious. He just sort of yeets them into the portal. And then him and Robotnik fight. And they also eventually end up in Montana because of course they do. And then they do some more fighting, and eventually they beat Robotnik by throwing a ring, creating a portal, and throwing him into the Mushroom Kingdom. Because, Mario and, video games. But yeah, so Eggman is stuck there forever because they closed the portal, and he goes insane. And so after that, Sonic decides to stay with Tom and his girlfriend in Montana, and they give him some red shoes because, it's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. And they give him some red shoes, so he, has new shoes. Yay, good for him. And they basically like, hey, we're gonna give you a room in the attic because, we homies now. And after that, we see Eggman and in the Mushroom Kingdom, and he has gone completely insane. He shaved his head. He has a big ass mustache now, which is red now for some reason. And then he's just like, a lesser man would have died, but not me. I'm too smart to die. Which is basically a tease for the sequel. And then post-credit scene, Tails is back. The GOAT, my homie Tails is here. For some reason, we don't know why. Maybe in the sequel, we'll find out. And that's basically how the movie ends.